Hello and welcome back to this tutorial. It's the second one in this series. Watch the first one if you haven't, but let's get into it. So first I want to do some tiny things before we get into saving this to a list. So first I'm going to call this cave map instead of map. I think that will make things easier. I'll move draw caves there because we're going to do a lot in this script. So first thing, let's create some new variables. X off. In fact, actually first let's create a list, and this is going to be called world data. This is going to be for all sprites. So now we've got world data, we need X off for this sprite only, and this also needs to be quite a bit bigger. Y off for this sprite only, and that will do for now. So first I'm going to say set here, I'm going to say set X off and set Y off, and that pass those in there, and now we can put X off and Y off in there, and if we do that it won't make difference. Also probably do that, it's about 20 35 to give ourselves some smaller caves. In fact, we might go smaller than that. I think that's quite nice. Leave it at that. And so that's nice. Gives our caves a more roundish feel to it. And am I actually recording? Yes, I am. And also set. Oh yes, we need another variable, size off for this sprite only, and set size off to that, and then set this to size off. So that shouldn't make a difference, but this is going to make it much easier to start saving things to a list. So first I'm going to say add thing to list, and now we're saying 10 caves, so we should get 10 messages in our data. So that's good, but now we actually need to add things. So first, in our operators we have this join block, and if we do join apple and banana, nothing happens, because in setup we need to be deleting all of world data first. But now what we're getting is apple and banana, and you'll see there's a space because in apple there's actually been a space, but if we remove that space then we just get them joined together. So, but this is mainly good for variables, so we can say join X, comma, and actually then we need another join X, comma, Y, and now we're getting the positions of these caves. So if we're getting the positions, then all else we need to do is store the size, the X and the Y. So now I'm also going to get another join, put this in the first half, and in the second half get two more joins, and this first one, comma, and we actually might need another one, and then we can say size off, or actually let's do X off, comma, Y off, and finally we need one more join. Put all of that in the first one, and in this one we need one join, comma, and size off. So if you look at this, we should be getting the exact same thing, but with some things in here. So I'm just going to expand this list so we can see everything, and we should be getting 10 objects with numbers in them. So that's actually pretty much what I was going to do in this one, but since we've got a lot of time still, I think, oops, did I just do something there? There we are. Since we've still got a lot of time, I think we should start retrieving from this list so that we can create caves. But for now, what I want to do is just generate the same caves instead of getting the tiles to actually spawn. So, to do this, we've got our cave map. Now we need to create another sprite and go into the code, and this sprite can be called cave in fact, let's just do it in the same sprite. We will eventually move it into a different sprite, but now I'm going to have a block called cave retrieve. Run without stream refresh. Don't think I spelled that wrong. Don't think I spelled that right, but it doesn't really matter. So drag our cave retrieve to there. Well, there actually. And this should be fairly simple. So basically what we're doing is getting things from world data, and from that we're, doing everything. But the thing is, we need to separate these long messages that we're putting in there. First though, we need a way to retrieve it, so I'm just going to say draw caves, then wait 1 second. We can just say something, retrieving, and then cave retrieve. It's really not, we'll put that on there. We're obviously not going to do this eventually, but for now, eventually we're going to do tiles anyway, so just testing if our list worked, we can do that. So now in cave retrieve, we need to somehow we've got item 1 of world data, so we need to repeat. And we can say number of caves, that would work, but I think length of world data looks a bit cleaner. So repeat length of world data. Let's get a variable, and we have cave chance. Are we using cave chance at any point? No. Okay. So let's create another variable called time go round. The reason I'm calling them really stupid names is because we're going to delete all this when we get tiles anyway. But anyway, time go round to change time go round by 1, just so that and then we can just say time go round there. But now we actually need to do something with this handy little block here, which is getting the time go round of world data. So getting an item of world data, I should say. That really can't be there. I'll put that there. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, I'm not actually sure about that. So, well, we need to break this down. So, we need to say item 1 of item of world data contain. So here we are. We're getting here now. If, and put this there, if it contains, and then that's actually a bit tricky. We can't really do contains. We need to do letter 1. we need to get so instead, can we literally just, and we might not even need that, can we literally, I'll get rid of that. Can we literally just say cave 1, the sprite only, set cave 1, actually rename this just to cave, set cave that can go anyway because we're not going to need it, set cave to, I don't know actually, so I'm going to leave the episode there. We'll work on our retrieve code later. For now we've got saving done. We'll work on tiles in the next episode. We don't really even need to test our retrieving. We can see it's working here. So, bye.